Let's go. What's happening? We in the building with it. I hope everybody's having a good morning, a good day. Let's get it. Shout out to everybody rocking with your boy, man. I hope everybody's having a good day, a good morning. We in the building with it. You already know, man. We trapping on an ugly Monday. Y'all already know that. Shout out to everybody rocking. Shout out to Mr. Desmond, Iron Man. Shout out to Miss Patrice Langford in the building. Shout out to Joshua Fisher in the building. Swain, Mr. Bad Influence. Kelvin Hicks, Michael Lockhart, Raul Carasaro. Forgive me, you know, I have to speak broken English, but my heart's in the right place, I promise you. Shout out to Miss April Barnes, Bruce got the toxic juice, Mr. Charlie Jones in the building, man. Make sure y'all hit that like and share for the squad. It will not charge a card. We in the building with it, man. We just trapping on an ugly Monday, man. You understand? Make sure y'all tell your neighbors, cousins, aunties, and uncles that we trapping on a Monday, you understand? Shout out to Ruben Swain, Hernandez in the building. We in here. Mr. Joe Tranchina, Robert Smith. Y'all hit that like and share for the squad. It will not charge a card. But you know, first and foremost, we gotta make sure them haters doing the most and doing what they was put on God's green earth to do. And that's hate, man. You already knew, man. Hit them likes and shares up. Let's get it. Y'all already know what time it is. Let's go, baby. Yeah, let's get it. We live today, baby. Let's go.
I can't see a thing. All this money in my face.
Yes, sir.
I just blew a bag, ran it back the same day. Ay, ain't no looking back.
Let's get them likes and shares up, baby. Let's get it.
I know that they mad, but just let them hate.
People that we trap.
That what
Let's
make
go.
them hate. That what make them hate.
Hey.
And we just get
Let them all know we in here live with it, baby.
That what make them hate. That what make them hate. Hey. Cause we just getting cake and they just in the way. Hey. Landlord is showing how to ball, boy.
Let's go.
You ain't even on the team, you just a ball, boy. Real high. Used to ride knockout, but it's real now. Real fly. I probably average your career high. We the one they hating on it, probably wanna kill. When they got our own band, we hollin' a deal. Yeah. Long little CEO, CIP the dollar. Took my brother, that shit made me go harder. That shit turned me to a monster. Now I'm focused on the comma. Now I'ma run up them comma, f*** the summer, run up them numbers. Yeah. I know that they hate the way it ball, man. Rockin' all this ball, man. Street made on the chain. I can't see a thing. All this money in my face.
Let's go.
I just blew a bag, ran it back the
Shout out
same
to
day.
Wisdom,
Ain't
the
no looking
Lord
back.
in the
We
building.
came a long way.
Let's get it.
I know that they mad, but just let them hate.
We just trapping on an ugly Monday, that's all.
That what make them hate.
That's
and
all we
just
doing.
getting and they just in the way. That what make them
We
hate. That
unstoppable,
what
though.
make them hate.
You understand?
Cause
Let's
we
get
just
it.
getting cake and they just in the way.
Hey. What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? Now, you might think you at school or maybe even at home or watching me through a phone, but I promise you, you are in the trap, sir.
Trap.
Yes, sir. I promise.
Trap.
Make no mistake about it, man. I hope everybody's doing good this morning, man. I was checking out a lot of these numbers, man, and our players pretty much perform pretty decently, man. I can't lie. I like exactly what I was seeing from my young players, man. I don't know how much more some of these people expected, but I was very much so pleased, man. So shout out to Mr. Will McClay, Steven Jones, and Jerry. I guess you got to give everybody props because they did a good job on this rookie class already, I feel like, man. Shout out to them. But it was a bird or a plane. What was it? I'm not sure. Oh. It's nefarious news, of course. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody rocking. Yes, sir. Prayers up to Mr. Craig Lofgreen. But first and foremost, you already know we're going to do the trout raffle, $5 interest. It ends on the 17th, so you got 3 more days to get your $5 raffle entry in for a chance to win Madden 24, a jersey of your choice, Cowboy Sports merch, or either Landlord Sports merch, however you want to do it. And the interest is only $5, so, you know, get it in. I hope everybody's doing good. I appreciate everybody that's participating in the trout raffle. This keeping the lights on, man, so I appreciate y'all. Let's get it.
Trap.
But let's move on. Did a little housekeeping, you understand? So first and foremost, I just wanted to take a look at Mr. Will Greer's day, man. Hey, he completed 71% of his passes for 199 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 1 interception. Now, I know at times it got real ugly. It didn't look great every time. It didn't look excellent every time. It did not. But I must say that he was actually being a gunslinger. That's something different between him and Cooper Rush. Cooper Rush was way more conservative the way they wanted to operate with him, and I really did appreciate Will Grier actually cutting it loose. Now, he did get a little too off kilter or whatever you want to call it. He did freestyle and improv a little too much and start overthrowing a couple of people, man. But I did want to see the wide receivers with an actual chance to actually produce in his offense. I did want to see that. I'm sorry. And shout out to Miss Gina L. Chase. She already know what we got in there. Even on a Monday, we still got it for you.
Fried bologna
Even
sandwiches.
on a Monday.
Fried bologna is so good, it's a different meal than cold bologna. I feel like when you burn bologna, you burn the poverty out of the taste. I can't eat cold bologna sandwiches. It tastes totally different.
I don't think y'all understand that trap music, man. I don't think y'all understand that. Man, cold bologna is not the same, it's not from the same ilk as fried bologna. So don't make no mistake about that. You got to know that in your heart, you understand? That's trap house delicacy right there. But, I was happy to see Will Grier actually give some of these wide receivers some opportunities to do something. Because like we said, what I mostly seen from Cooper Rush was him being real conservative, him trying not to lose the backup job. That's what it was. That's what we seen from Mr. Cooper Rush. And I can't blame him, but is that going to help us evaluate these wide receivers? That was, I think, now that I take a step back and really look at what my problem was with Cooper Rush, I think that was the problem. I think the problem was I got kind of frustrated that he wasn't allowing us to evaluate the wide receivers, really. He was just throwing to Jake Ferguson, look like me. Other than what Jake Ferguson did, I can't remember too many completions he had from the receivers, but that's one thing that Will Grier gave us the opportunity to see. He gave us the opportunity to evaluate some of these wide receivers, and that's exactly what we needed to see. But let's move along. I think Will Grier had a rocket showing up and down, but I just like that he wasn't scared to throw the football, and that's confidence to me. That's confidence to me. If he's not scared to throw it, that means he's confident in his ability. And Cooper Rush wasn't really doing much of that at all. He had an 83% completion percentage for only 83 yards, no touchdowns, no interceptions. So that was very pedestrian. He had a high completion percentage, but he wasn't throwing the ball too far. And like I said, he was very safe throwing the ball to the tight end. So all of that was very interesting by Cooper Rush. Now, Mr. Deuce Vaughn, he had himself a day, sir. He had himself a day. I think he rung the bell. I think he answered the bell to a lot of people's questions. Him being such a small stature guy, I think he really pretty much a cheat code, man. Like, it's going to be some packages. It's going to be some games that we realize that Deuce Vaughn is just him, y'all.
It's me, I'm him, I'm not them. I'm him Jones, I'm him Duncan.
It's going to be a lot of packages that we look up and just say, man, Deuce cannot be stopped. And one of the biggest advantages that he has that I think people sleeping on is the fact that he is a very small guy, right? He's small in stature. He's small in size. You can't hardly get a hand on him. That's one of his best attributes. But another thing about him, look, a lot of them runs, I can't wait to get to 22 because I don't have it yet. But one of the best things I've seen by him, man, with him being so small, you don't have to have a full-size hole for him to get through either, pause, Trap. Well, some running backs that's big and bulky, they might need a real hole. Deuce Vaughn only need a crack. That's all he need, and he can get through there. So I seen some production from Deuce Vaughn that you probably wouldn't have typically got from any other running back. He's that small that he can find a way when there's no way there. And I did see him doing some improv stuff, making one cut, two cut, and making people miss. Like, bro, Deuce Vaughn really showed me everything I needed to see. He was holding on to the football, most importantly, you know. He was holding on to the football. He wasn't fumbling and stumbling with the football. He wasn't fighting himself with the football. So that was a positive for Mr. Deuce Vaughn. And he was breaking tackles. He was making people miss, had nice vision. He was patient. He wasn't overrunning his blockers or none of that. Deuce Vaughn showed me almost every running back quality that I needed to see. And that's a positive sign for him in his first opportunity to play in the NFL. Like, this is just game one. So just imagine down the season, down the line, 5-6 games in, he's just going to continue to get better and better. So I'm excited about what I've seen from Deuce Vaughn, man. He was sensational for the sample size that we played him. Now, it'll be interesting to see, will he earn first team reps next week when we play, who we play, Seattle, I believe? Don't quote me on that, but whoever we play next week, it'll be interesting to see if they're going to at least give Deuce Vaughn some opportunities to run with the first team in preseason and let him be on the field with Jake Ferguson and, you know, Jalen Tobe and them, and see how much carnage that they can cause with all this talent on the team at the same time. So let's get it, man. He said you don't have all 22. Come on. Yeah, it still ain't came out for most people, Mr. Craig. You know, it's nothing I can do. It ain't came out. So what you want me to do? You want me to break in the NFL network and go get it, Craig? That what you want? Yeah, it ain't came out yet. Some people have, like, you know, avenues that they get it with. I'm not one of those people yet. So, you know, I guess I got to keep going. You know what I'm saying? I don't have it yet. Let's see. Wisdom to God says Deuce had the Jags on skates. Yes, he did. He was hard to tackle, man. And like I said, man, with him being so small, bro, like, it's going to really break a lot of cheat codes. Like, the O-line don't really have to do as much as they'll have to do for a normal running back. This dude can slither through all them little cracks that we have. You know what I'm saying? This dude can slither through any little crack that you give him. And that's going to be something that we could take advantage of. Now, I would like to see him doing like some little jailbreak screens or some little halfback passes coming out the backfield. When we need a little, you know, just to keep the defense on their toes, I see Mike McCarthy doing stuff like that. I really do. And that's what's going to have this offense just off the chains. Like, it's going to be hard to kind of get a feel of what we're doing because we're going to have so many different avenues that we can go through. So I can't wait to see how Mr. Mike McCarthy use Deuce Vaughn. I think that's going to be something special. I think it's going to make this offense just that much more dangerous and dynamic. It's going to be up for us. But Deuce had 8 carries for 50 yards, a touchdown, and he averaged 6.2 yards per carry. That's nothing to sneeze at. That's nothing to sneeze at. Y'all remember the whole time Tony Pollard was doing stuff like this, and everybody was like, it's just about how many attempts he get, and the average yards a carry don't matter for real. A lot of people try to deny that with Tony Pollard for years. And then he actually got his opportunities, and he proved to everybody that he was him.
It's me, I'm him, I'm not them. I'm him Jones, I'm him Duncan.
So I think he'll be doing the same type of stuff far as Mr. Deuce Vaughn. I think we shouldn't make him wait as long. I feel like if we give him an opportunity earlier, we'll see him produce earlier, unlike what Kellen Moore did with Mr. Tony Pollard. Unlike that. So I really think we could take advantage of that, man. I really do. So let's move along. Mr. Deuce Vaughn had himself a nice showing. I can't wait to see what he do for the rest of the preseason, honestly. Now, Mr. Rico Dowdle, man, like we said, he had 9 touches for 54 yards, 7.3 yards average, though.
Trap.
See, I don't think people realize what's going on. Like, we know he had a fumble, bro. We know he had a fumble. We understand that. We know. But for him to be producing in that amount of, man, 7.3 yards a carry, I told y'all, if we erase that fumble, Rico had himself a good day, sir. Rico had himself a good day. But, you know, we can't magic marker erase the fumble because it was very important. But you got to think, Is that going to be a typical thing that happened with Mr. Rico Dowdle? I don't believe so. Hopefully that was a anomaly. Hopefully that was something that just happened that game and we can move on and he can grow from that. Now he better know that to hold that ball high and tight and do not let nobody get the ball from him. So I'm sure he going to learn from that. We'll see, can he bounce back from that next game. If he can do that, if he can hold the ball high and tight and not do no fumble, man, next game and do the same kind of production he did this game, that's going to be huge for Rico Dowdle, man. He might be, making his case to be somebody that's getting in that rotation too. But I can't wait to see him try to redeem himself, because that's all we going to remember, and that's fair. All we going to remember is the fumble, because you had the touchdown right there in your graph and you just let it go, man. It really was really, really sad, man. It really was. I don't know what to do with it, He was right there. He was right there. He had it right there in his grasp and he just let it go, let it go. I feel sorry, But we know he gonna redeem himself. We know he will. We know he will redeem himself. We ain't worried about that, man.
Trap.
I don't know what's going on with my internet. Again, it want to mess me up, want to hate me out, but we going to make our way through it. Keith Shepard said, Pat, my homeboy beat your Eagles on one leg. We got a stinking eagle in here, I'll tell you, man. Every time the Eagle people come in here, the internet start messing up. Ain't that crazy? Is the internet messing up on y'all end? Because it looks like it is on mine. So y'all forgive me. Let's see. Because it seems like every time they come about, they mess up the internet. It's like they mess up the internet every time they come on. I don't know what's going on, man. We just try to work our way through it. But where that Eagle man at? Eagle man. Ken James, my Eagles about to eat the trash. What? Wait a minute. Who this dude thought he was talking about? Man, let me check your temperature.
You smoke crack, don't you?
Let me check your temperature,
You
sir.
smoke crack, don't you?
Let me check your temperature, sir.
Look at me, boy. Don't you smoke crack?
Man, kids, do not do drugs, kids. Do not do drugs.
Trap.
Look at that boy's face. You know something wrong with him coming in, him talking like that. Shout out to Double R in the building, man, with the $5 super. He said, trapping on a Monday with Landlord and Cowboy Nation. 100. Go Cowboys. Absolutely, man. Go Cowboys. We the best there is. And y'all don't never make no mistake about it. You know why they tuning in to Landlord. You already know, because I cover the greatest team that ever was,
We
That's
are
why.
America's team. The most watched, the most hated. Y'all don't like us, but y'all tuning in every Sunday.
These boys tuning in to our stuff. See, my Cowboy content, my Cowboys content, they already know they got to come over here. So look, check this out. We can ask some of our people in here, could any of y'all name more than one Eagles content creator? Let me know that. See, our people don't go over there. We don't got time for y'all. We got enough people over here that support us. You know what I'm saying? We don't got to worry about you people. So we got enough people over here to hold us down. Y'all got to come visit our side of town. We'll never go over there looking at y'all and y'all content creators. We good on that, sir. We good. But, we America's team. That's why they over here watching us, man. They just prove us every time. They prove us right all the time. But let's continue, man. We ain't got time for those haters, man. But Rico, all we need you to do is hold on to the football for the next time, and you'll have a nice day, sir. You'll have a nice day. He pretty much showed why he earned himself a contract. He really did. He showed why he earned himself a contract. But all everybody's going to remember is that fumble, which is fair. But my boy, Jalen Tolbert, 2 receptions for 29 yards and a touchdown, 14.5 average, sir.
Trap.
14.5 average, sir. And I think they called the offensive pass interference on that sideline catch or something like that. If that was the case, that was all cap. I didn't see that like that at all. And, man, Jalen Tolbert look like he just burst on the scene and just showed everybody that he does have the talent. He do belong. He is confident. He is believing in himself these days. And he ain't shying away from the spotlight or, what he deserved. So this wide receiver 4 battle is just going to continue getting better and better. We're going to see the battle of the best, you know what I'm saying, to see who can take over that spot and see who deserves to get those reps. But you know who I'm riding for. You know who I'm rooting for. The friend of the show right now, Mr. Jalen Tolbert. I think he going to take it over. And, look, we did have some other people who showed up too, like Dennis Houston. But all I wanted to do was to see these boys get an opportunity. That's why I said Will Greer did good, because he gave us an opportunity. Like, we never seen that before. Like, we didn't see that from Cooper Rush. Last year, we didn't see nobody get an opportunity as the wide receivers. Like, them quarterbacks could not get the ball off last year. And I know the offensive line got to play a big part in that too, but, man, we needed to evaluate our wide receivers. Point blank, period. I don't care what's the problem. We need to evaluate all these wide receivers. Just imagine if we have to let one of these wide receivers go and they go somewhere else and they become a superstar or something. They just go out here and ball out. What about that? Trap. Just because we couldn't evaluate their talent properly because of our line play and our quarterback play. That'll be tragic, man. I don't think we'll never forgive ourselves. So that's the type of danger that you in when it comes to stuff like that. You need to be able to properly evaluate this talent. You need to really be able to do that, and you can't do that without a proper O-line and a proper quarterback play. So we need both of those things to happen to get the best players on this team. Our 53-man roster should be filled with nothing but capable, talented players, and I can't wait to see it, man. So I'm ready to see my wide receiver 4 to get in to take over, man. Jalen Tolbert went crazy to me, and I seen everything I needed to see. Now, this guy right here, John Stevens Jr., he's making it hard for a lot of people, y'all. Trap. He making it hard for a lot of people. He had more snaps than all tight ends. He had more snaps than all the tight ends, y'all. So if you don't think that that's a good indication for him, you must be out of your mind. That's going to be something huge for him. So like I said, we already talked about his attributes. Mr. John Stevens Jr., it's a John Stevens Jones. I think that's Jerry Jones' son, so forgive me. But John Stevens Jr., he is from Louisiana, 6'5". The guy is an athlete. He was rated the 19th highest athlete in the nation coming out when he was coming out. He was first in Louisiana as far as the athletes go. So this dude is a talented player. He probably just need an opportunity, and it looks like he's earning it with us. He's been playing good in camp. He making noise. His name is ringing bells in camp, and he's transitioned that into the preseason. So that's exactly what you want to see. That's exactly what you want to see for a young tight end in this space. DeQuincy says, what you saying, DeQuincy? Say if it's Patrick Mahomes can start in preseason games, so can Dak. Man, this dude already talking about that. I was finna do you a solid and leave you alone, DeQuincy. Good grief. You already talking about Dak, man. See, now I gotta slide on you, man. I'm sorry. Now I gotta slide on you. Now I gotta slide on you, man. You doing too much. You're doing too much, man. We talking about a whole nother subject, sir. We talking about a whole nother subject, and all you talking about is Dak. But John Stevens Jr. is a very capable tight end, and I can't wait to see what he do when he gets more opportunities. I can't even work with DeQuincy in the building because he's just going to distract me. Man, look, can we make a deal? Let's not say Dak name today, okay? Because we talk about preseason. Dak Prescott did not play. Let's just not talk about Dak today, okay? Can we do that? Do you think we're capable of doing that? I think so. Let's see. Choctaw said something about the wide receivers. Let's see what he's saying. Man, Rico always plays like that. Stop hyping these dudes up. Who hyping dudes up, Cha? See? Let me know as you talk about me, man, because I don't know. What wide receiver you talking about? Because if you say a positive thing about a player, that don't mean you're hyping him up. That means he's in a nice trajectory. He's doing good so far. You know, all of that could change next game. This is how the NFL works. What have you done for me lately? All of this could come crashing down the next game. His stock can go up, his stock can go down. He says, outside of Cooper and Beasley, who left Dallas and got a job and balled out, stop landlord. What's that guy that played for the Chargers? Dude from the Chargers went over there. Jalen Guyton, I believe. He was a player that left Dallas. Let me make sure. I know it was one of them that started. He played in Dallas. He was in our training camp and left and went and played and started for the Chargers. And the Chargers was a deep wide receiver room, so it happens. I got to make sure my name is correct, but I'm certain that it was a player that came off our practice squad that went to the Chargers and started. So it happens. We just got to make sure we evaluate these players right. It happens on the defensive side of the ball. It's been plenty of people who Dallas overlooked and they went elsewhere and actually got to play. Michael Jackson, I believe he did that. The DB, he actually got some started some games and stuff like that for Seattle and stuff. So we miss sometimes, you know. It don't happen often. Yeah, it's Guyton. Jalen Guyton went over there for the Chargers and started, sir. So, I mean, don't you mean to tell me we've been doing all of this rumbling and scrambling around trying to find a wide receiver and we had one in our grasp and we let him go? And the Chargers ain't got no weak wide receiver room either. They got a decent wide receiver room, and we still let him swindle away. We let him get out of our grasp. So all I'm saying is I don't want to miss out on no top tier talent just because our O-line or our quarterback can't get it done. That'll be tragic. Let's see. And John Stevens Jr. is somebody I'm not willing to give up on. I just named Jalen Guyton. You ain't say nothing about him. Guyton is a player from the from the Cowboys that went to the Chargers and started. Yeah, he did. He was on the Cowboys team. And the Chargers got a deep wide receiving core. What you said, Mr. Craig? He said, keep this name in mind. Trey Sermon, if the Eagles cut him, we should pick him up. Yeah. But, okay, we did something similar to this yesterday, but would you go deep on the tight end room and go short somewhere else? Would you do that? Because we might not want to get rid of what's his name? Sean McKeon. We might not want to get rid of Sean McKeon because he's a veteran. He'll be the only veteran in the room. So would you possibly go deep at tight end and go short somewhere else? I don't know if I did. I don't know if I do that. Talk. I ain't never heard of dude. Hey, dude went over there and made some noise and started, bro, for years. I know he started for a couple of years. He became one of they normal starters. So it is what it is. Networks trashing Dak. He didn't even play. Yeah, they been on that DeQuincy program, man. They been on DeQuincy time. How is Dak even being talked about when he didn't even play? I don't know what's going on. Oh, Dak need to play. Craig said it's bad for Hendershot. I think that's fair. That's fair because Hendershot played, but he didn't really make no impact. He didn't. And like one of the biggest signs I seen from Jake Ferguson and the tight end core was him going down the seam. Like I said, Choctaw, I know yesterday you said you seen him do that. You seen Jake Ferguson do that in Wisconsin, but as a Dallas Cowboy, I didn't really see it happen much. But he did catch a couple passes in the seam. So that's good. We need that type of skill set. I thought that would be Peyton Hendershot, but Jake Ferguson said, hey, I can stretch the ball too. I can stretch the defense too. But John Stevens is making life hard for people like Princeton Fant, people like Peyton Hendershot. That's going to be interesting. But this is stock up for most people. Will Greer stock up. I don't agree with that. Cooper Rush stock up. I guess. Deuce Vaughn, absolutely. Wanye Thomas, I say yes. Marquise Bell, I say yes. He led the team with 10 tackles. That was a big day for him. Damone Clark, absolutely. He went crazy to me. I seen that speed translate. DeMarvion Overshawn, absolutely. I feel like he was solid. Mizey Smith, I feel like he did his job. He actually made some impact plays. He pushed the pocket. He did a lot of things that I like to see from him. Tight end John Stevens Jr., absolutely. He balled out. Jalen Tolbert, I feel like he balled out, even though the stats don't say it. I feel like when I see this All-22, we're going to see him being open on a more consistent basis. Rico Dowdle, I say he had a decent year. Decent game. Outside of the fumble. If you add the fumble, you might have to put him in stock down. Now, stock down, they say Malik Davis. I agree with that because I expected more from Malik Davis. But at the same time, Malik Davis was going up against the first team with a lackluster offensive line, in my opinion. Kevontae Turpin, that was just, he fumbled on what his bread and butter is. So, of course, if he keep doing that, yeah, he deserved to be there. Malik Jefferson, I feel like he made a couple plays, but he ended up getting hurt. And the kicker, Brandon Aubrey, sir, you got one job, sir. You got one job.
Trap.
You got one job, sir, and it's not to miss field goals. It's to hit field goals. So we don't want that to happen ever again, sir. You need to tighten up on that. That's the only reason we brought you here is to hit field goals. And this is just a little update on what the attendance was. They had 81,204 people attend the AT&T Stadium watching our Dallas Cowboys, and you already know why. You know why.
We are America's team, the most watched,
you know why.
The most hated. Y'all don't like us, but y'all tuning in every Sunday.
Out of that 81,000, how many of y'all think them was Eagles fans right there? How many Eagles fans is in there?
Trap.
Out of that 81,000, they probably had 15,000 Eagles fans in there trying to watch our Cowboys because they know what time it is. Okay, the NFL defensive tier list, they got us top 3. I think that's respectable right there. They got us a tier 1 defense, man. So, hey, shout out to the 33rd team. Shout out to the 33rd team, man. That's pretty fair. I would take my defense over any defense, especially when you look at San Francisco losing DeMeco Ryans and the Eagles losing their defensive coordinator and missing some Pro Bowl talent. Hargrave gone, a couple of more of their players gone, C.J. Gardner-Johnson gone, and now they got to replace these players with inexperienced rookies. Even though they highly touted rookies, I still don't trust a rookie replacing Pro Bowl players, especially without their defensive coordinator gone too. And when you look at these top 3, who has the consistent people? Who kept their defensive coordinator? Who got him as their defensive coordinator?
It's me, I'm him, I'm not them. I'm him Jones, I'm him Duncan.
I got a multitude of reasons to say that the Cowboys will be the number 1 defense. We the ones that have way more consistency after this offseason compared to the San Francisco 49ers and the Philadelphia Eagles. The Cowboys have a constant defensive coordinator. We didn't lose anybody. We didn't lose nobody on the defense. So we the most consistent. I feel like we going to be the number 1 defense in the NFL, especially when you compare us to those two. They got some significant losses. Unlike us, we kept it solid and we stand on it. We did.
Solid and stand on whatever.
So I'm feeling confident about my defense. Even though we are top 3 according to them, I feel like we're going to be number 1 this year. And I think that's easy. Look, we got a luxury with having Dan Quinn still on this team, man. Like I said, last year, if we wouldn't have kept Dan Quinn, we wouldn't have re-signed Donovan Wilson. We probably would have let go Malik Hooker. We would have let go a lot of these defensive players that's getting these contracts. Steven Jones might have even gave Trayvon Diggs some trouble trying to get his money. I guarantee. But I'm almost sure it seems like that was a part of Dan Quinn staying here. That was a part of Dan Quinn staying here and saying, hey, if I want my players, you need to pay them. I'm not going to negotiate with you. I don't want to go back and forth with you. You know what I'm saying? I want my players to be on my team. I want to make sure we sign them. I don't want to piss off everybody during the negotiation process. So if you're going to keep me here, I'm going to need you to make sure you look out for me when it comes to paying my players. So it looks like that was a key part of keeping Mr. Dan Quinn. So what y'all think about it? What y'all think about the consistency, the camaraderie we got in this room by retaining Dan Quinn? I feel like it's easy that we'll be the best defense. I think we'll be the best. The best. And it's interesting that they say the NFC is bad, but all the top 3 defenses was in the NFC, though.
Trap.
Everybody say the NFC is trash. The NFC is easy. The top 3 defenses was in the NFC, though. So don't let the mainstream people trick you in that regard. It's still some solid teams in the NFC too. They just want to hype up all them AFC quarterbacks. That's all that is. That's all that is. They want to hype up them AFC quarterbacks and act like the rest of the team don't matter. But hey, we smarter than that over here. We realize what's in store far as playing those type of caliber teams. They got some good teams with good defenses, good quarterbacks. They got all of it in the NFC too. So don't let them think, oh, it's easy, so Dak should just win easily. Nah, them boys got it. Yeah. Mr. ATM said, random lights, so don't tell me y'all stealing in the trap. Don't do that now. Don't do that. Don't do that. Look at the disappointment on this young man's face. You got me walking around with my head down. Look at that, baby. What more do you want from me? You got me standing out the window. And now I got that ugly cry for y'all. Oh, my. Hit that like button for your boy, man.
Trap.
Hey, you got me standing out the window. Somebody spell window. You know what I'm saying? That's only in Alabama right there. Not window. You understand? Shout out to Jose Banks sliding in late. C-Mo says, false narrative they trying to run with again this year that was proven wrong last season. See, look, what they say. They said that the NFC East was easy. And then, look, turns out we had the best division in football. If that's not symbolic to let y'all know not to listen to the mainstream media, that tell you everything I need to know. They told you that the NFC East was terrible. They said this for years. And then next thing you know, boom, we come out, we the most dominant division in football. This is why you don't listen to them people. You got to really pay attention and do your own research. They didn't know what they was talking about. Our sorry team almost made the playoffs. Washington almost made the playoffs. It took to the last week for them not to win, make the playoffs, if I ain't mistaken. So, hey, don't pay attention to what them people be saying, man. They don't know what they talking about. Miss Gina said Dan Quinn played that Duval CD. I ain't going back and forth with you. Straight up, we ain't going back and forth. I need you to sign my people. That's what I need, and I don't got time to argue. We don't negotiate with terrorists, Miss Regina. That's what they said. We don't negotiate with terrorists. HTM said Austin Rich is the only O-lineman we had that ranked in the top 5 of pass blocking and run block in preseason guy. Yo, Austin Richards, I seen him. He looked like he was doing good, though. He was doing good. I was happy for what I seen. He didn't give up nothing either. Shout out to DC4 Life Texas in the building, man. You ain't said your speech today. You know, you already know how we do. Let's go. Bruce got the Tyson Juice said because people have seen that man get his whooped, he got to show better tape. Who you talking about, Bruce? Talking about Josh Ball, maybe? Maybe you talking about Josh Ball. I see him. C-Mo says, and now they trying the narrative again. You giving facts, landlord. Absolutely. They trying to sell you that the NFC is just sorry. The NFC East was a fluke. They want to tell you all kind of stuff, but we seen this year in. I mean, we seen this the whole last year. Them boys made their statement. They made sure that, hey, they was one of the most solid teams in the league. All of our teams was good. Dang, Choctaw, you want to see me cry? Ain't that crazy? It be your own people. It be your own folks, man. It be your own folks. Miss Jackie said 84 watching and 53 likes. Y'all can do better than that. I know it. They gonna take care of us, Miss Jackie. They gonna take care of us. They gonna take care of us. Bruce got the ties. Juice said still showed improvement. I haven't seen it. Will Joshua, I don't know what y'all talking about now. Y'all trying to get me. Window in Alabama is pronounced window. You know what I'm saying? That's it right there, Miss Jackie. Window. Got me looking out the window. I don't even know how to spell it. That look like the best thing I done seen, though. But our defense look like it can be him, one of the best in the league for sure. Now, this is what I made the video about. The second level, to me, was next level, y'all.
Trap, 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 trap.
Our linebacking core seen a big-time uptick. Now, at first, when our linebacking core was a weakness, don't tell me we can kind of shift this and mold this into a strength in only a few years. DQ gonna have it figured out. He gonna figure it out. But it says defensive spotlight. Cowboys linebacker Damone Clark was all over the field during the first half, making multiple positive plays for the Dallas Cowboys defense against the run and the pass. With his first full offseason, Clark finally appeared to play to his athletic potential as he made quick decisions that enabled his physical gifts to put him in position to make plays. Clark finished with five total tackles, 2 stops Saturday evening. 5 total tackles and 2 stops. That's big for him. And like what I seen from him, I just seen that range, man. We already knew he can run. We just don't want him to get misdirection. That's the only thing I'm worried about with him and Overshawn. But we know if we was about to talk about what our holes was on this defense, and it ain't many, it'll be defensive line and linebacking play. If we can shift one of those negatives into a positive, into a strength, this defense gonna be just ridiculous to me.
Trap, 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 trap.
And like I felt like at both of them, we was probably like one player away, and I feel like we got the right players to get that done. So when you think about Damone Clark running around, I told you last year I feel like he could be your potential green dot in the future, and it looks like he's trending in the right direction for that. So I can't wait to see Damone get his opportunities and start taking on a bigger role. They was saying he had leadership qualities last year. Like, that boy like that now. You know, 18 at LSU is nothing to sneeze at. So Mr. Damone Clark came in and made his presence felt day one. He leapfrogged a lot of other defenders on the team and got some starting reps and started and did good after spinal fusion surgery, man. So I think all of that just speaks to the character that he has. He's just a different type of guy, and he got a lot of leadership qualities. And you see him, did y'all hear DeMarvion Overshawn? That's another guy that made this second level next level. That speed and athleticism that we have on there with those two out there, all I'm going to say is, Mr. LVE, you better be looking over your back now. LVE looking over his shoulder. And, like, we know LVE is a veteran, and I know he's capable. I know he got the knowledge. He's not a bad, terrible linebacker. But when you see that athleticism on the field, it's just like, bro, we need more of that. Like, give me more of that right there. That's what I need.
Trap, 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 trap.
So that's why you didn't see many dump offs for the Jaguars. They didn't get many yards when they did dump off. They didn't get many yards when they did stretch runs or toss. Them boys was all over the short stuff and the dump offs. They was all over that stuff. So the second level was next level compared to what we've been doing in the rest of the year. Last year, that just wasn't the case. We didn't have this level of athleticism. Anthony Barr lowered the bar, you know. He just wasn't up to par when it came to athleticism, showing that range, going sideline to sideline. We didn't see that from the second level. But this time, now it looks like you could tell it was an emphasis by Dan Quinn. He wanted to make sure he brought some athleticism for this second level. So I can't wait to see if this translates to the regular season with the first team. Now, I'm almost certain that Damone Clark going to be pretty much, linebacker 2 after LVE. But Overshawn is probably going to make him make the rotation as well. So what y'all think? Did y'all see a uptick, like a upgrade in the second level for the linebacking core go? Jabril was showing his speed and athleticism too. So I like speed and athleticism at my linebacker. Especially these days in the modern time, it's a passing league. You need a linebacker that can tackle and play the run, but that same dude got to cover these days, man. That same dude got to cover these days. So, we got big LVE ready to cloud the run, but I don't know if he can cover these guys coming out the backfield too. I don't know if he can do that also. Charlie Jones said, window. I don't know. Oh, yeah, that's how you said. Y'all got me tripping. Hey, that's it right there, Mr. Charlie Jones. That's it right there, window. But let's see. He said, what you think about 14, Jabril Cox? That's my guy, man, but he just ain't showed me that. Now, last game, in the preseason game, I seen him, he was in position, but I ain't like the angles he was taking. That's all it was. I didn't like the angles he was taking. And, that I believe that might just be he need more reps. He just needs some more reps. It's not like the end of the world for Jabril. The biggest gripe that most of us had with Jabril Cox was his tackling. But I think in year 2, he'll be a better tackler, and with more reps, he'll do some better angles. Because with being a linebacker, you need to be able to take some good angles, man. If you can't take no good angles, you ain't going to be too much use as a linebacker. The Quincy says, LVE coverage linebacker, he struggled with run stopping. He used to be a coverage linebacker. You remember when LVE used to catch interceptions and stuff? He ain't been like that in a while. Shout out to Splendor Poppy Burner account. He said window. I do. Y'all killing me with them window spellings, you know what I'm saying? LVE used to be like that, but I don't think he ain't been that in a few years. I don't know if he can move his hips like he used to. He got the knowledge, but I just don't think he can get to the spots like he used to. He did that his first year, maybe first year and a half, and that was it. I ain't really seen him being that good of a coverage player no more. Let's see. Linebacker play was fire. Yeah, I like that athleticism, man. If we can get that on a regular basis, we in the money. Because that was one of the only flaws we had. That and the defensive line and linebacking core. Them was the only 2 flaws we had as far as defense to go. And if we clear them up, it's only going to be some great things ahead. But let's see. DeMarvion Overshawn was one of the rookie spotlights. Cowboys rookie DeMarvion Overshawn showcased why the team was so happy to grab him in the 3rd round of the 2023 NFL draft, as he made multiple plays against both the run and pass. Not only was Overshawn able to make an impressive run stop on 3rd down, but he showcased his undeniable sideline-to-sideline speed when he closed on a pass to the flats before the ball carrier could reach the 1st down. With Leighton Vander Esch and Jabril Cox and Damone Clark and Overshawn, the Cowboys have one of the fastest linebacking cores in the NFL, which is going to make it difficult for opposing offense to stretch on Dallas. That's wonderful. Trap. And look, like I said, that was very much so that was a flaw last year. And now we might be possibly making that into a strength. So what y'all feel? Who y'all feel like gonna be out the door? Who gonna be the odd man out far as linebackers go? Because we got a lot of them now. And how many did we carry? Is HTM still in here? How many we carried last year, HTM? Window. How many we carried last year, HTM? How many linebackers we carried? How many linebackers did we carry last year? You said Cox gonna be odd man out. How many linebackers did we carry last year? I know we had Damone, we had LVE, we had Jabril, and we had Anthony Barr. That's 4. Who else did we have? I think we just carried 4 then, right? Nah, that don't sound right. That don't sound right. Somebody help me out. I don't want to stop the show to do the research. So how many linebackers we carried into the last year? Because that'll help us figure out who going to be the odd man out. That's what that'll do. Let's see. He said he hate cops. Somebody help me out. Where you at? Let's see. Double I said, hell no, AC. 4+ Micah. Okay, if you got 4+ Micah, they counted Micah as a linebacker though? Mm-hmm. Devin Harper was on IR, wasn't it? Because I like him. I like what I seen from Devin Harper. Devin Harper was playing. He was balling. He was hitting people and everything. We had Luke Guilford too. So we had Damone, Luke Guilford, Jabril, LVE, and Micah. So that's 5, I guess. Because Devin Harper, I think he might have been on injury reserve or something. Shout out to B-Bird with the $4.99 for your mind. I appreciate you, sir. He says, no matter how good Schoonmaker does this year, I'm still going to believe that Ferg could do it better. Wasted pick, in my opinion. That's just so sad, man. I ain't gonna lie. I'm finna get to that real quick, B-Bird. That's gonna be the next topic I talk about because that's interesting. But who was the linebacker that got voted out, though? And Barr. So we had like 6 linebackers? I don't know, man. I don't know. We had Anthony Barr, LVE, Damone Clark, Jabril Cox, Luke Guilford, and I think we had 6 linebackers. So if we had, let's just say we had 6. If we had 6, it's gonna be LVE, Damone Clark, DeMarvion Overshawn, I would say what's his name? Devin Harper. I would say Devin Harper because he showed me some. And Jabril might be the last. Jabril might be the one that get, Jabril might be the one that get kicked out for Bridge, man. I hope not, because I still think he got a lot of talent and a lot of potential, but when they just drafted a dude who can do basically what you can do, that's a telltale sign right there. Jabril got to tighten up now. He got to tighten up. But let's see. B-Bird has some interesting stuff to say about Schoonmaker in that pick. And when you see the way Jake Ferguson was playing B-Bird, it's like it makes no sense why they would draft a tight end in the second round. Like, makes no sense. Because, like, for them to – these are the only 2 scenarios right here. The only 2 scenarios I see is they seen Luke Schoonmaker on the board and was like, he is such a great talent that we can't pass him up. We got to draft him right now. I don't know if that was the case. The other one is I feel so badly about our tight end room that we must go draft a tight end right now. I don't know. Trap. Which one of them you think it was, B-Bird? Which one you think it was? Do you think they just seen the talent that Luke Schoonmaker had and said, I can't pass it up, or either I'm so low on the tight ends that we have currently that I must get a tight end? Because I think them the only 2 conclusions I can come to. Them the only 2 conclusions I can come to. And I don't agree with neither one of them, honestly, you know what I'm saying? I don't agree with neither one of those conclusions. So what y'all think about that? The Quincy said, I don't like the second string defensive ends. They was getting killed. Well, while I wait on that answer, you could say they was getting killed on the read option. Excuse me. But they was getting pressure, though. But, being undisciplined is something normal for a young defensive end, so I ain't too worried about that. Being undisciplined, that comes with experience. So them young guys just out there trying to hit somebody. They don't really know nothing about the defense. They don't pretty much know nothing about their responsibilities yet. You know what I'm saying? So they just out there trying to hit somebody. So I ain't too worried about them being undisciplined. That's all that is. They'll be fine. Look at him talking about DeJuan Jones. That would have been, a big lineman like him right now. That would have looked way better on his O-line right now. Miss Jackie says Isaiah Land showed up and Bill. Excuse me. Yeah, Isaiah Land had himself a day. He was causing havoc. He was coming out that edge making some noise. So don't sleep on him. He made I'm sure his stock went up. To me, his stock went up yesterday. His stock went up. He was in the backfield a lot. He almost got a couple sacks. So, I'm ready. I think he did get a sack, didn't it? I think he got one sack, and then he had a couple pressures. Like, he had a couple near misses, I'd say. But let's see. I don't think B-Bird answered my question before I move on. Did he answer the question? Because them the only two conclusions I can come up with. Shout out to Tim Miller. You ain't too late, man. We still trapping in this thing. On an ugly Monday, we still in here. Blocker. That boy named Blocker. You know you belong in the trap, sir. You belong here. You belong here. Trap. 49 was looking good for Dallas, too. No need for Schoonmaker. Yeah. Now, look. This one thing we're going to say. What's the likelihood of John Stevens Jr. making the team over Schoonmaker? Look, man, I really feel sorry for him because it ain't nothing he can do to make him have priority over somebody like that, over a second-round pick. Like, I don't care if he is Shannon Sharp. We are screwed. Like, they going to make sure Schoonmaker still be the one that they pick. So, I don't know, man. If Steven Jr. is Shannon Sharp, Schoonmaker still going to get priority on this team. I want y'all to know that. So, we just going to be mad. That's all it's going to be. If he look, no chance in hell like Vince McMahon. Look, if that happens, we just going to be mad. And then we'll see John Steven Jr. go somewhere like KC or somewhere and go ball out. That's what usually happens, What my boy Durham at with the ligaments. He caused Jax to make penalties. Yeah, he did. He caused like 3 holding penalties. Isaiah Land did. So he was causing some problems, Miss Jackie. He was putting some pressure on them boys. Choctaw on Schoonmaker, man. You gotta relax, sir. You gotta relax. Good grief. Bruce got a tie. Juice said if Steven Jr. is like that, Sean McKeon is getting booted. As he should. It's now some of this stuff just gonna boil down to politics. I want y'all to know that. Be ready to be mad. That's what I want you to know. Be ready to be mad. Cause if we gonna see clearly like, hey, this dude was better than this dude. Why did he not make the team? So it's gonna be some iffy, questionable roster decisions that we're gonna have to keep an eye on. Tim Miller said, too much talent on this team this year. I love it too, man. I contribute that to mostly Mr. Mike McCarthy, man. Because, like, before Mike McCarthy, y'all got to realize, let's be honest, Jason Garrett didn't have this level of competition on no roster. So this what I be thinking. Y'all be forgetting stuff like
It's me, I'm him, I'm not them. I'm him Jones, I'm him Duncan.
Y'all remember that was one of our biggest weaknesses under Jason Garrett. We ain't have no depth. We never had depth under Jason Garrett. Ever since Mike McCarthy been the Cowboys head coach, we've had a lot of depth in almost every position. And it's been competition in there. So put some respect on Mike McCarthy's name, man, making sure this level of competition is up in this team, making sure iron is sharpening iron, man, because that's just the way he runs his team. I noticed that from day one. You remember, before Mike McCarthy came, we never had a backup quarterback. He went and paid Andy Dalton some money, didn't he? Cowboys never had we never had a backup quarterback ever. Y'all remember? We never had a backup quarterback before Mike McCarthy came. So y'all got to put some respect on Mike McCarthy's name, man. He did exactly what he needed to do. He is a great coach that's been disrespected by some false narratives from the mainstream media. That's all it is. Double R says Jerry likes you going to be a Cowboy. If he don't, you won't, no matter how good you are. Ugh. That's sad right there, man. I hope that ain't the case, because you would like it to be a situation where you can earn your spot. But if it's politics involved, man, you might not be able to. So that's going to be very disturbing, man. That's going to be very disturbing. And stuff like that is the reason why you wouldn't be successful. That'll be something that keep you away from winning championships right there. Politics. Goofy politics will keep you away from a trophy. That's the truth right there. And we've been dealing with it for a while in Dallas. I feel like this is some of the purest coaching that we done had in some time. I really do. Said we had Kellen Moore at backup quarterback. Man. This is a terrible situation far as, for some of these other coaches, because we got pure coaches now. Our old coaches used to just, they used to get sucked in by the politics. It seemed like Mike McCarthy ain't for that. He ain't hearing that. Now, we'll see. This is his true test right now. He is the one that's over the whole offense. We know that. This is his true test. Keep your eye on John Stevens Jr. If this man keep balling out in preseason and still don't make this team, that's very concerning. And, hey, we need to be calling that out. We need to be protesting this or something real time. If this dude don't make the team and he going crazy like that, man, we need to have something to say about that. Ben DiNucci and stuff. Look, we had Ben DiNucci, Kellen Moore. When Mike McCarthy got here, he came and went and signed Andy Dalton. Bam. He said, I don't play with my backup quarterback. We don't play with our quarterback. But one more thing before I wrap this up. I just read an article yesterday. I had to call this goofy dude out. I had to call the goof man out. Mr. Shady McCoy, I have to ask you.
You smoke crack, don't you?
I just got to.
You smoke crack, don't you? Look at me, boy. Don't you smoke crack?
Man, it's a report that went out there and they asked Shady McCoy, he came to the practice for 45 minutes. He didn't see no team drills at all. He talked to a beat writer and left, but he went on a show after that and they asked him, they said, Shady, how did Tony Pollard look out there in practice when you went out there? They said Shady went on to say Tony Pollard was looking good and this and that and this and that. And this goofball didn't even know that Tony Pollard didn't even practice that day. Trap. So he up there literally just lying on national TV. See, these the people that y'all listen to, though. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. Shady McCoy was up there talking about Tony Pollard was looking good and that. They found out that, man, Tony didn't even practice that game. And he up there telling people on national TV that Tony looked good. And he know good and well that he didn't even stay for no team drills. See, this is the people who they up here rooting for. This is the people they paying millions to be on TV. This is crazy, y'all. I can't understand how you even get allowed to do stuff like that on national TV. This crazy. But these the guys who they pay the millions to, man. It's crazy. This dude up here talking about he seen Tony Pollard and this man didn't even practice. Like, this crazy. What he talking about? Yeah, that's just mainstream media at its finest. That is. I want y'all to look it up. They got plenty articles about it now. This man was literally blatantly lying about what he seen at Cowboys camp because he did not stay. And Tony Pollard was his daughter was born. His daughter was born. This man was at the hospital with his wife having his daughter. And he talking about Tony Pollard was looking sensational out there. Man, y'all don't buy into this foolishness. Don't buy into this foolishness, man. Bruce got the tie juice said Shady and Acho, the type of dudes that you walk up and singing creeping on the come up, baby. Hey, creeping on the come up. They need to slide on them boy, huh?
Yeah. What's up, Curtis? I'm sick of you, Scotty.
I think Shady just trying to take over for Stephen A or something. Shady trying to take over from Stephen A. That's what that seemed like. He just want to be our enemy. We don't even care about dude, but he just want to be the Cowboy enemy so bad. Like, hey, let me say some crazy stuff so the Cowboy fans can hate me. Like, don't pay attention. Don't give them what they want, man. They want to be like that. That's all. Michael Lockhart said, we need another light break. Y'all still doing me dirt on the lights. Good grief. Shout out to your wife, Miss Lockhart. I know she over there somewhere looking mad at y'all. So y'all do us a good job, do us a good service, and hit the like button. It's free. You know, it won't charge, I promise you. And I do you one better. I guarantee you, if the like button charges you, it's on me. You understand? It's on me. Bruce said, giving them skippity paps. Yeah, that's what they need, man. That's what they need. Joe said, love that cat video. Yeah, you got to slide on them sometimes, Joe. 5-time champ said, that's why I don't even watch that show, Shady as McCoy. Exactly. He is shady. He got the perfect name. Shade Tree writer, I guess you could say. Shade Tree commentator. That's what he is. But I just wanted to holler at y'all, man. Make sure y'all hit that like and share for the squad. It will not charge a card. Make sure y'all support this trout Ralph on the way out, man. If y'all have, you know, some funds or some $5 interest one more time for a chance to get Madden 24, a jersey of your choice, a Cowboys shirt of some kind, or Landlord Sports merch, man. And, you know, it helps the betterment of the channel as well. So if you like and enjoy what I do, man, make sure you hit that like and share for the squad. It will not charge a card. Make sure you subscribe and support Landlord Sports. And y'all already know why we do this, because we are the greatest, man. I appreciate all the love and support. Y'all make sure y'all hit them likes and shares, man. You understand? Y'all keep me doing this every day, man. I appreciate y'all. Let's get it.
Yeah. And this is greatness defined. Every line is divine. Verses boggle your mind. And every song, man, I swear, just get better with time. No matter how much shade they throwing, I still manage to shine. Don't know why they so obsessed with mine. I'm all they think about. Go in their house, they probably got my pics in a shrine. Damn, I never let these play me. They see us ballin', now they wanna switch teams like KD. I know my time coming, I guess I'ma wait and see. I'm too cocky and confident that humble ain't for me, Lord. Help me with my egotistical ways, but I'm amazed how they display such miserable hate. I never paid attention to what most to say. They words are unemployed like prepositional phrase. They wanna see me crash and burn in a ridiculous blaze, but yet I rise like the Phoenix. Show these I'm great enough. Yeah, I know these haters can't stand me. Well, take a seat. I do it for the family. So bring the block to the Grammys. And if you try to stop me, you need a plan B. Yeah, I just do it for the real. If you ain't from the bottom, you ain't get how I feel. To go against the odds, go hard, chase meals, and doubters till you make it. Show them all you the greatest. I'm the greatest. Young poet got flow flowing, it's mind blowing. I'm flamboyant when brainstorming, it's fair warning. For my opponents, there will be mourning before the morning. Every beat I eat and destroy, that's what the fans wanted. The hot topic, you try to copy, that's hard stopping. Yeah, I'm a giant when rhyming and y'all microscopic. I got them watching and they believe in me like a prophet. Custom pics I'm cropping, be masterpieces, they photoshopping. I'm from the bottom, assembled by the avenue. So I gotta pay homage to the hood to show my gratitude. And then my attitude is similar to an animal. These dudes ain't half as cool, I got different levels to tap into. I am the truth. To know that I kill it, these are God level lyrics. I should be on Mount Olympus. My music therapeutic to the real spirit, like it came from ancient Kemet. Ain't nobody messing with me, I'm the great. Yeah, I know these haters can't stand me. Well, take a seat, I do it for the family. So bring the block to the Grammys. And if you try to stop me, you need a plan B. Yeah, I just do it for the real. If you ain't from the bottom, you ain't get how I feel. To go against the odds, go hard, chase meals, let the dollars see you make it. And show them all you the greatest, I'm the greatest.
And not only am I the greatest, we are the greatest. You know them haters hate us because they ain't us. You know them haters want to try to suppress our success, but nevertheless, we pass every single test with flying colors like no other. And like I say, 1K, one love, Cowboys Nation. Let's go.